Abiding by a lease. Now that you have read and understand your lease, it is important to abide by your lease. This is a legal document, and not abiding by the lease can have legal consequences, such as being taken to court and being evicted. Being evicted means you may end up without a home, you may have large sums of money to pay, and an eviction on your record makes it hard to rent again in the future. Pay the rent on or before the due date and pay it in the manner outlined in the lease. Plan ahead so you will not be late. If for some reason you have to be late with rent, you must communicate this to your property manager in advance. Communication is everything. Property managers appreciate the heads up and also the responsibility it shows to communicate and be proactive. Property managers are people too and understand that things can happen, but talking to them and explaining things makes them more likely to be understanding. Try not to let paying rent late become a habit. 1 month late here and there may be understandable. Paying late month after month is not. Do not smoke in your unit if there is a no smoking rule. This includes cigarettes, cigars, and marijuana. Smoke odor is hard to cover up and will not go unnoticed. Be sure to follow any guest policy and remember you are responsible for your guest actions, so be careful who you invite to visit you. You are responsible for your kids' behavior, so teach them the rules and make sure they abide by them also. If there are complaints related to your guests or kids, damage to property, or criminal activity, you will be held liable. If there is a no pet policy, do not get a pet. This also means you cannot pet sit. The rule is for permanent and temporary pets. If you plan to move once your lease is up, make sure to check the lease for the number of days notice you are required to give. This is usually 30 days. If you don't give the required notice, the property manager can charge you for days you are not living in the unit. For example, if 30 days notice is required but you only give 1 week, you can be charged for 3 weeks of rent after you move out. The most important thing to remember in abiding by your lease is to ask questions if you don't understand something or need clarification.